What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Aerodrome Finance today, AERO, at the request of somebody from the most recent live stream that we did. I can't remember who it was that requested it. I didn't write your name down, but I'm doing the request nonetheless. I haven't forgotten about you. I was going to put it in the live stream leftovers, but I figured, Aerodrome, we could talk about it because it's one of those bigger cryptos, and we used to talk about it more often. So doing some exciting things, relatively speaking, seeing new highs on the day-to-day, which is better than most cryptos are doing, right? Let's look at this on a weekly time frame. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you haven't. We're up 16% this week. That's great, right? The average altcoin's down. I want to say like down that much this week. You know what I mean? Like maybe 10% to 15%. I forget what it is, but that's awesome, right? 1 day, 23 hours left here, moving up. Definitely had a phenomenal start to your existence, right? Back in February here, from a low point to a high point. That was a 32x. That's not your all-time history, is it? Let's look at this. Hold on. Maybe it is. Can I get it? Is it Aero? Maybe Aero D? Yeah. If you want the all-time history, sometimes trading view is a little weird. I don't know. Try to use your brain if you're trying to figure out the all-time history. Let's see. Not that that would be something that you would think is sensible. You would think that you just type in the ticker and that would be it. But I think if there's other tickers, then it messes with it, and they have to make it its own original ticker. But it looks like that's it. Yeah, so that is its all-time history. Double top here. That was a double top for sure. Lower low. Looking like you're coming up, seeing some standard volatility here. I think you're going for a V-shaped recovery, don't you? It looks like a V-shaped recovery. Fun fact about V-shaped recoveries, typically they end once you're at new relative highs. They don't end below the high. So you should see the price move up at a rather consistent pace up to new all-time highs. 240 and beyond would be the target then. Maybe not this week, maybe not next week or even the next week, but by the end of this move, probably sometime in September, right? So if not higher, if definitely not higher, but you've been moving up a lot. If we're looking at this from April 7th, that's an overall 9x to 10x move that might be happening. By the end of September, that really could be where you stop, or even in the beginning of September, that might be where you stop. Let's look at this on a short-term basis. We'll come back out to the long-term stuff, okay? 1 hour time frame here. Stochastics look bearish momentarily, sure. The RSI even overall it's bullish. Overall it's bullish, but it has a little bearish tone to it, rejecting the 60 there. Normally you do just push higher and get into that overbought area, and same thing with the stochastics, but you didn't this time for whatever reason. Bearish momentum building on the MACD. Maybe you move down a little bit. You've got this double top look about you right here, right? Even a little bit of bearish divergence between those. I wouldn't call it bearish divergence, but a little divergence between those tops. Low here to a high there. Should we take that high? I want to take that high. We're going to take this high. We're going to take that one. The target area that I would have in mind if you were to go lower would be something at about $1.30. Okay? $1.30. If not $1.30, then maybe just below there. And if not just below there, maybe at the most $1.21 to $1.12. Okay? $1.37 now. I'm not anticipating that you go that low. I want to find something that would be just below this trend line. What would make the most sense? Just below this trend line here. I really like the idea of you finding support right below $1.30. Maybe even right there to like $1.25, somewhere in that range. I like that. I think that's what you're going to do. So we're going to run with that for now, okay? Let's look at the 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame here. Severe divergence in your RSI. Yeah, absolutely. You definitely have that there. I wouldn't say it dates back all the way over here. I think you made that move already. I think this divergence is just right here. You do have lower lows with higher lows. It's hidden bullish divergence, but I think if you wanted to continue higher, you would have done so already. So lower, come down, cool off a little bit. That's fine. That's totally fine. It's not a problem. I stand by it. I really like this area right here. Prior resistance, prior support. I like that zone right there. $1.25, $1.30, perfect. Maybe $1.21, something like that. $1.20 at the lowest, okay? I doubt you go below there. And I'm not expecting you to go there at all. But if you were to go lower than $1.25, $1.20 probably holds as support. Building that bearish momentum on the MACD. Yeah, I think you do want to go lower. Aerodrome's been having a good time, but not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you're looking to make a trade on this, it's probably a good time to go short. Probably does not mean definitely, right? I mean, it's honestly, and on a whole different note from what I just said, they're not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I think the best thing to do for anybody with Aerodrome or with any kind of crypto would be to just hold, it, right? Don't sell, buy more, buy the dip, whatever you got to do. It's definitely not the right time to try and get cute, because we're in that moment in the crypto cycle where everything just kind of pumps all at once, right? So. Looking at this on a daily time frame, I like the MACD, I like the stochastics, I like the RSI, all saying the same thing though. You're hot, cool off a little bit. Let the stochastics come down to the 50. Let the MACD come and touch tips with its oscillator here, or even cross red a little bit, blink red. Let the RSI cool off and come down to the 50 or the 60, right? Cool off a little bit, chill, probably between now and next week, and then by the end of the month you should be rallying to higher prices again, okay? I very much would expect that. High to low here, 786 hit. Golden ratio, you could go down to the golden ratio at $1.04. I don't think you go that low, but just understand you could go all the way down to $1.04. You're at $1.37 right now. You could go all the way down to $1.04 and you're fine if you do. Okay. If we go lower than any of the expectations that I have in this video, you could go as low as $1.04 and you're fine. But I don't think you go that low, personally. I'm not expecting that. To go that low, you'd have a little bit longer of a consolidation phase. You wouldn't be pumping by the end of the month, and I think that you will continue to pump by the end of the month. This move looks a little bit more robust than this last move did, and even more robust than that last move there. I think you're really just getting started, and you're about to kick off to the upside here. And you broke through your golden ratio, man. You're getting ready to go. Absolutely. Overall, I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the year, you guys, AERO was above $4, $4.15, maybe even as high as $8.62. We really could see prices that high by the end of the year. And then by the end of the cycle, dramatically higher. But we'll get there when we get there. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Some people are wondering if it's going to be there by the end of the year, but you're saying it's got higher prices by the end of the cycle. When's the end of the cycle? It's probably going to be in Q1 or Q2 of 2026. I'm thinking late Q2 2026, actually. Take care. Bye-bye.